Alright, Thrasher tutorial. So, start out, you want to aim between these two lines, this one and this one. This will allow you to read the pickup of this card very well. Next, you want to aim for this jock's hand as you Godspeed, and then this jock's shoulder. This will allow you to have a very clean line, and it allows you to fall through this crevice very early. You want to do both of those Godspeeds as early as you can, so you start falling as soon as possible. Height is much more important in this level than distance is. After you start falling, you want to get the bullet boost from this, and you want to land, or you want to Godspeed as low to the ground as you possibly can, so that you get the most out of the bullet boost from this guy. When you Godspeed, you want to do it slightly to the right of the center of this arch. And then for the next Godspeed, you want to be aiming around where the shadow is, so that the arch pushes you down, and it's just a very clean line. After that is where there are two separate routes. Well, first you make those two snipes, obviously. Now, an important thing for both versions of the ending, parrying the frog and not, that I see a lot of people making the mistake of, you want to do this Godspeed super, super high, basically scraping your head against the archway. So, you want to do it like around that height, because it'll kill every jock, and it saves way more time than you think to doing it as high as possible. For the normal route, where you don't carry the frog's bullet, there is not much that's super special about it. It is sort of just have a clean line. You can obviously take it much tighter than I did. Most of that was carried by having a good beginning. Yeah, no, Sapphire is super achievable with doing the normal route. Ignore that I'm bad at doing it. It's been too long since I've done it. Many people have asked me before what the timing is for the elevate. It's generally the same as the Godspeed, so you do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever the beat is. Just do the same for the elevate generally, and then you want to Godspeed it really as soon as you can to be able to reach the goal. Yeah, there's not much to the normal route. Now, for the route where you do parry the frog's bullet, there is a bit more to it. First thing that's evident, you're doing the Godspeeds a lot quicker in the beginning than you are the normal route. This is so that you only kill the first jock in the group of 2 with this Godspeed. You do this to set up for the next Godspeed, so that you are able to Godspeed through this and parry the bullet to get increased pickup range. You cannot get this card if you do not kill this jock right that is normally standing here with this Godspeed, because it gives increased pickup range, which is what I see a lot of people get mistaken. So, just a warning, if you're going for a normal route, do not even try to parry the bullet. It will just be a nuisance and actually slow you down, because of a mechanic of Godspeeds, where if you parry a bullet while in Godspeed state, it slows you down. What is happening in this route is that you are parrying the bullet at the very end of your Godspeed state, so you aren't losing speed, but also you are still technically in the very end of it, so you still have the increased pickup range of it. It does take a minute to learn. but it's certainly not as bad as some people make it out to be. Um, what I did in order to learn it was I did what I called like bad Godspeeds, where at the end I would just like essentially pop them instantly, um, instead of like what is the correct timing, in order to just learn and figure out like what is the correct timing for it. I would gradually increase the amount of time between them, and it would allow much more like me to figure out how it worked. And as you do it more and more, you'll eventually figure out the timing much better. A question that I've been asked about the timing of the elevate at the end. The only thing I'd offer is just don't do it instantly, because it can sometimes take you out of the speed of the Godspeed and parry. The more important thing is the timing of the Godspeed after. You want to use the speed that you get from parrying this frog's bullet. And if you pop the Godspeed instantly, it'll dwindle out a little bit as you reach the goal. So you just want to find a balance of speed from the frog and speed from the Godspeed. Do not be worried if a lot of the times that you use this route for end up initially being slower than the normal route. That's normal. What's likely happening is you're getting slowed down by parrying the bullet too early, and so you're still in Godspeed state. That's fine. Eventually you'll get a run that has it so that you don't get slowed down by it, and you'll see that it's much, much faster. That's basically it for the tutorial. There's not much else that needs to be said about it. Just remember, most of the time save comes from height, falling early, and taking a super straight line at the end. Other than that, there's not much. You all can get the Sapphire. It's not as hard as some people say it is. Good luck. Also, if you just have any further questions, feel free to ask me on Discord in the speedrunning server. I'm always happy to help. I love this level.